Your sensitivity is not your weakness, is your superpower that has been forgotten. I want to share something that I've learned many years ago that changed my life forever. When I was a kid, I was very sensitive. And my parents, as they were more in the logical side, in the cognitive side, they would many times tell me, oh, you're too emotional, you're too sensitive. And I started learning, attaching to sensitivity, to my sensitivity, as if there was something wrong with me. So I felt rejected. They didn't realize they didn't do it on purpose, but as I felt rejected with those comments, I started rejecting myself. So I started rejecting my sensitivity. And for many years, I thought it was a curse. In 2009, more than 30 years later, I started learning in this personal development path that I started, in this spiritual path, that sensitivity is something that we all have, that is innate in every spiritual being living a human experience here on earth. So when I started embracing that sensitivity, I started realizing that sensitivity was what was connecting me and with people. I had rejected myself for over 30 years. A little bit less, maybe, it was over 30 years because maybe when I was 3-4 years old, now I'm 46. So for 29, 30 years, I rejected that part of me, and that created even more pain. As I created more pain, I needed to find ways to cover that pain. So I started doing things, right, like throwing myself into work, falling into different type of things, addictions, to try to cover up the pain that I was feeling inside of me because I was rejecting myself. What if the idea in this world is to remember who we are and connect with that sensitivity? Because that sensitivity is part of our essence of who we are here to share with the world. In our unique way, don't get me wrong. But if you keep denying your sensitivity and seeing it as a weakness, unfortunately, it's going to be very difficult to have a good relationship with your kids, have a good relationship with your partner, have a good relationship with others. One of the things that I work with leaders and high performance is to reconnect with that sensitivity. Because it's through that sensitivity that they're going to be able to connect with others. When they connect with others, they help others become a better version of themselves. So I realized that was my superpower, that's one of the biggest things that helps me help other people become a greater version of who they are. So if this is resonating, if you want to start working on validating your sensitivity, becoming more of who you really are, write the word free, or check the link in my profile where I share a free training with more insight and tools to help you start making changes.